on their wedding night. They ended up taking one of her girlfriends up to their bedroom. They had drinks and had a threesome with her, and it was really fun.
I feel like if you bring a third person in on your wedding night, they're a part of your marriage now.
For real, right?
But some people have more open relationships, like this one bride and groom. And when they got married, they smashed one of the bridesmaids.
Oh. I mean,
this article is hilarious, bro.
If y'all want to do that, then they said it was on an episode of Love Don't Judge.
Yeah, it's a British show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're over in England.
Yeah, it is.
They opened this article by saying this bride had quite the train, and it wasn't the one on her dress.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Oh, God.
That. So Katie, age 26, and her husband Dan, age 25, they got married in Devon, England in September after 6 years of dating. And the episode, it just aired like last week. The couple, they discussed their sexual fantasies and their decision to sleep with other people to fulfill their desires. So Dan told Katie that he wanted to see her with another man, which left her feeling shocked at first. And that was the first admission that kind of encouraged Katie to explore bisexuality.
Yeah,
So,
you know, that honestly, that that's a crazy place to start. I mean, I always think, you know, it would start off with bringing a girl in, but they started with a dude. And I was a little bit shocked that she said that that's how she explored bisexuality, because I'm like, if he wants to see you with another dude, then I don't know. But
I don't want to make any assumptions, but
in his bisexuality, maybe, I don't know. But they seem to be really open.
Yeah, they really did. So that basically opened the door for them, and they did stuff on their wedding night. They ended up taking one of her girlfriends up to their bedroom. They had drinks and had a threesome with her, and it was really fun. She said one of her best friends, so it was very comfortable. And Dan had the same thing to say. He said to do it on such a special day just made it so much more memorable.
Aw, newlyweds. You know, I feel like if you bring a third person in on your wedding night, they're a part of your marriage now.
For real, right? And then they show like all the different couples that they've been getting with. And it seems to be a trend. Yeah. It's like nerdy looking white guys and BBW white girls.
Yeah, they get along well. Kind of was a turnoff the more I read into this. But hey, to each their own. She did say that, you know, it feels good, you know, to have this lifestyle with her husband that they share together. Mm-hmm. But there's a lot of judgment that she's received from her family. You know, they disapprove of what she's doing, and she doesn't really speak to them anymore, which I felt was sad.
Wow.
And at first I was like, damn, her family is really judgmental. But when I was reading more about, like, you know, their lifestyle, I kind of understood a little bit. I don't know.
She said the family didn't even attend the wedding, and they labeled her as disgusting. It's just a normal friendship to them, but like other friendships, they basically share wives and things.
Normal, just like anyone else. Yeah, they say sometimes they see other couples as many as 4 or 5 times a week, which that's a lot. That's a lot of people when you consider like the multiplication of people in days per week.
But then on the other side of the spectrum, they said they can also go months without seeing any other sexual partners and just be the two of them.
I don't believe them at all. You know, they could go months. I don't think that they have.
Yeah.
But yeah, they said this is a whole lifestyle for them. They've cultivated a whole community of others with similar interests. So there's a whole community of these swingers, and so she has a new family, one that she could fuck all the time.
Just like that mom. No, it's definitely different. It is definitely different. The one thing that was pretty funny is that she said, you know, the jealousy is kind of part of it. It makes things more exciting. Mm. And I know that jealousy is probably what is the big blocker for most people.
Yeah.
In terms of expanding their relationship.
Yeah, jealousy, all these feelings could be a turn on or turn off for
Yeah.
people. You never know what triggers people psychologically. Um, I am interested to know what type of Thanksgiving these people have. I can imagine a whole lot of stuffing is going on.
Oh man, a lot of turkey legs.
Speaking of stuffing, Will Smith. No,
Oh, stop it! Stop it!
I do need to stop it. That's awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, clearly they're all on the same page. Having a lot of fun on their wedding night. I wouldn't want to. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be partake in any of this type of stuff. But hey, to each their own. We talk about people like this every week. And last week we talked about Yvonne Orji and being a virgin at 39. Actually, she turns 40 in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I think her birthday, her and Aaron Rodgers have, I think she's December 2nd, he's the 3rd.
Oh,
So they're
wow.
both turning 40 in a couple of weeks.
Isn't Aaron single right now?
Oh, shit.
Power couple.
Oh my God! But this one TikToker blogger, Alicia Tucker, she was a virgin until marriage, and she shares some tips for other virgins who plan on losing their virginity when they get married. Oh shit! Knicks beat the Hawks. Jalen Brunson
Nice.
killed that shit.
Close the game out.
Yeah, that's nice, man. But yeah, she gave some wedding tips for virgins, So she gave a handful of advice for people who plan on smashing for the first time after getting married. First, she advised women to discuss sex and any concerns such as pain with their partner prior to the wedding night. That way, you don't have to feel like you're carrying all your anxieties to yourself, and that's part of the whole intimacy process as well. She also recommended taking a pre-coital shower to calm nerves and ease into sexual contact. She also warned women to expect blood if they're a virgin and recommend that they lay a towel down to prevent a mess. She also, says relax yourself and take in every single moment rather than being in your head and not being present. So you'll be happy about it afterwards. The last piece of advice was, it's important to pee after you have sex. All these things I would say I agree with. I'm not a woman, but I have had sex. I'm like, you kind of.
You're funny as hell. I have had sex.
I'm not a virgin. I'm just saying a lot of the stuff you kind of you don't think of, because it's just like it's kind of normal. But when she listed it out, it's like, oh, these are actual good tips. Mm-hmm. Do you think it's common for people to wait until marriage, and do you think that they should keep these tips in mind?
I don't think it's common, but I do think that, of course, among Christians, among Muslims, I think that even, I guess, among Jews too, I would assume that all these religions, they have some sort of chastity aspect. So I think that it may be a larger portion of people than we might realize. I don't know. What do you think? 20% of the population waits until marriage?
No.
You think
no.
less than that?
I don't know, man. Honestly, I would say less. I don't know. It's hard.
Troy, what do you think?
It might be 20%. I think it's a low number. I think a lot of people probably lie about it as well. There's a lot of shame and stuff. I think nowadays, I don't think it's that high.
Not 20.
Yeah, maybe like in Utah, where the Mormons be real strict with that.
I don't know. I think they'd really be lying, but
Yeah, they do some different things. I would say it's probably under 20%, maybe in the low teens, 15, 13%. I don't know. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Spotify, follow on Instagram,
Of course.
Twitter, TikTok.
all the apps. We're everywhere. We are everywhere.